some other wrestling news coming in. And also, we're going to talk about the St. Jude's Toy Drive coming up at MCW on December 7th. So, Big Baby, why don't you go ahead and start breaking it down for us?
We're going to break it down like we always do, Wrestling Bro style, but we're coming back a different way. And we're going to go ahead and open the show so everyone that, sees this show in the first minute. This is so important, guys. This is so important. Judas, tell them.
This right here, guys, MCW, we advertise MCW every month, guys. Amazing matches, just action-packed shows. This coming December 7th, MCW St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital Toy Drive donation. Live pro wrestling. Bring an unwrapped toy or a gift to donate, accepting toys and gift cards. All donations will be delivered by the MCW wrestlers. That is so important because this was a huge, huge dream of Jimmy Smooth, guys. Jimmy Smooth loved giving back to the community, giving to the hospital, and he did this all the time. So we are continuing his legacy with MCW. Austin Michael Baldridge making this a thing for St. Jude's. So, guys, come down to this show December 7th. Live pro wrestling along with the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital Toy Drive donation. Guys, this is not just a regular show. It is a benefit for St. Jude's, and we got to make it happen. And we are seeing here, stepping into the screen, Stacy McCormick. Good evening, guys. Good evening to you, Stacy. We are glad that you are joining us.
So glad to see you, Stacy, the mom of MCW that brings the energy to the event. Such an awesome presence to have at MCW for all she does for all the talent. Thank you, Stacy. Much love. And, now we kind of move in to an old thing that Wrestling Bros used to do when we were on Spotify, Apple, and Google, and we were just an audio podcast just starting out in the game. Superstar of the past. And this used to be one of our favorites. And honestly, Wrestling with Bros is getting back to their roots because we have not been doing our fun, creative episodes, but we're bringing them back. Billy, you're going to remember, or Judas, I apologize, Judas. You're going to remember this name real well. Superstar of the past tonight is Tajiri.
Tajiri, okay. The one that spewed it out of the mouth, and that's how he won his matches, playing dirty. I do remember that name, absolutely. What are we thinking here, Big Baby?
Tajiri, one of the buzzsaw kick was what he was known for, and that green mist. One of the most dominant cruiserweights in the Attitude Era, in my opinion, Ruthless Aggression era, in those two eras. Such a big presence in the cruiserweight division when they had the Cruiserweight Championship, which, by the way, in my opinion, it needs to come back.
Absolutely. To me personally, Tajiri was an amazing superstar. He was all about dominating the match and using the green mist, as you said. A current day superstar, not in WWE right now that I'm aware of because we haven't seen him in a while, Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yep.
Doing the kicks, the hits, the dancing and stuff, but also using the mist. And it's the red mist. But it seems to be a big thing with a lot of the Japanese superstars, the mist. We've also seen what's her name? What's her name, Big Baby? I'm trying to think of it.
Who?
Asuka.
Oh, yep.
We've seen Asuka do it too. It just seems to be who?
Muta,
absolutely. It just seems to be something that's kind of tied to them. Using the mist. I don't think I've seen a lot of other regular superstars use it. It's kind of a Japanese thing, and that's just the way they win, get over dirty, and fill that heel role real well.
Absolutely. So now we dig in to Crown Jewel, which unfortunately Wrestling with Bros did not get to watch together. And that, when we do, we like to do their, before and after episode is what we used to do. So that will be coming back. Even if we are not together, we will be live before the show when WWE is live doing our own coverage of the show. And then afterwards, we will be covering the pay-per-view. But for a watch along, we will not be doing those any longer because we get copyrighted every time. So it will just be before coverage, predictions, and then reaction results after.
Absolutely, absolutely. We don't want to do the copyright thing anymore. We're tired of every time we post a good video and a good show for you guys, it turns out it blows. It sucks. It absolutely does. But it also, with the watch alongs, it was great. We talk about it during the show, but a lot of times there was a lot of silent periods. And we know that you guys come in and watch these episodes to watch Wrestling with Bros, to watch us talk and go over things and cover content. And with the watch alongs, there was just too much silence. And me personally, I feel that. And I'm sure Big Baby feels the same way. We want you guys to be watching and seeing what's going on and not just watching somebody sitting there picking their nose or something. So,
yeah. As you can tell, there has been many changes to Wrestling with Bros. We're really trying to get back to our roots, and we really have much love for everyone that has stuck with us. It's almost a 2-year mark for Wrestling with Bros, and that's awesome with all that we've accomplished, and it's all because of you guys. So much love to y'all. And now Wrestling with Bros presents Breakdown of Crown Jewel. So the night started with the match that I thought might be near the end or was the end to me, but Solo Jacob Tama versus Jimmy J. Roman.
Yes, absolutely. To me personally, I was reading a comment in the comments section there. Pop that up real quick, baby. WWE sucks. Indies is better anyways. Could not agree more, Stacy.
Oh, I agree.
Absolutely love. I couldn't agree more with that because I absolutely love the Indies, guys. We talk these shows, we talk about WWE and stuff because we do have favorite superstars in there. But when it comes down to it, the Indies, the prices are great, they're affordable, but you get to meet the superstars in person up front, and you don't have to pay thousands and thousands of dollars to meet that superstar. You could go to a WWE show and pay for a nosebleed seat for $1,200-$1,300 or something, or you could take that same $1,200-$1,300 and pay for almost 2 years worth of events, just going to like a show or a company like MCW, CSW, SCW, like all these companies.
Gala Lucha Libre.
Galley Lucha Libre. I mean, all these amazing companies and these superstars that are so phenomenal that really build their characters and push those characters. You really got to think these things are put there for us so that we have the opportunities. And I feel absolutely Indies have a lot better talent. That's true because they're homegrown talent. They do what they do from their heart for the fans every time they step into that ring to perform. To me personally, big corporation companies like WWE, they've grown so big that they've really forgotten what it's really all about. And it's all about the fans and the superstar, all the fans out there that are supporting you.
Well, let's hold on a minute. Let's remember what WWE stands for: World Wrestling Entertainment. Yes. If you want to see wrestling, we all agree here. Go to the Indies. Absolutely. If you want to see wrestling, go to the Indies. If you want to watch a soap opera with some wrestling, watch WWE.
Well, my personal opinion is that they do these after things or autograph meet and greets and things like that at the shows. My personal opinion, if you pay $1,200 for a goddamn ticket, you should automatically get the meet and greets included. Like that's just hands down. That's how it should be. But instead, we're sitting here. You're paying $1,200-$1,300 a ticket, paying $200 or $300 to do a meet and greet at minimum. It's stupid. When you can go to an MCW show, a CSW, SCW, Galley Luce, and you can watch the show, somewhere between 10 to 25, $30 tops. And you also, in between the show and after the show, you get to meet the wrestlers, get autographs, get merchandise, and have it signed. And sometimes the wrestlers even give you the merchandise right off their damn back. So it's just all about that, guys. It's about family. MCW for us is a family. We have grown with them so much because they gave us the opportunity to do so. And Stacy McCormick says the Indies is truly a family. All the guys look out for each other and help each other grow. That is absolutely correct. I have met so many superstars out here on the indie circuit that have done nothing but give me mutual respect and be all about showing me what I need to do to succeed with myself becoming a wrestler. And that's just awesome because they could just focus on themselves, building their career, building their self, and not giving two shits about somebody else's wrestling career. But instead, they're all about showing other superstars what they need to do to succeed. So absolutely. Let's dig back into Crown Jewel here.
I just want to point out, working at MCW, doing what we do, it is an honor to be at such an amazing indies show with all that great talent. And they're so welcoming to Wrestling with Bros. They come to our table, they talk to us about spots and, what they want us to do. It's so amazing working with MCW. It's been such a blessing learning all this knowledge from AMB and Stacy and Oscar and Jimmy Smooth. May God rest in peace. But just all the knowledge that has been taught to us from MCW has been awesome.
Absolutely. And then we dig back in, and it's just not the wrestlers, it's everyone involved.
Agreed.
100%. 100% agreed there, Stacy. But we dig back into Roman and the Usos versus Tama Tonga, Jacob Fatu, and Solo Sikoa. The OG bloodline taking the loss. And not only the OG bloodline here, big baby, Roman taking the clean pin by Solo Sikoa with 3 Samoan spikes. That just doesn't sit well with me, especially if they're going to try to build Roman back up. But are we really seeing a turning of the tides here, big baby, with Solo beating Roman? I mean, what are we seeing here? Are we going to see the Bloodline 2.0 continue on and destroy? Or are we going to see something possibly at Survivor Series War Games, where the OG Bloodline finally gets retribution and takes back the Ula Fala for Roman Reigns?
Let me break this down how I see this going down. Look, we just saw Sami Zayn go for the haluva kick at Crown Jewel and hit that big boot on Roman. Boom. That inserts Sami Zayn back into the bloodline situation. Now we have the original bloodline, but you're missing a guy. Everyone thinks this storyline's completed and Sami Zayn's now back involved. No, where's Paul Heyman? Where's the wise man? That's my question, because that is the game changer. Where is the wise man? Where is he? Where's the wise
man? Enjoying some much needed time off, but Roman is going to call upon his wise man and tell him, I need you back, Paul. And Paul Heyman is going to come out. My name is Paul Heyman, and I am the wise man to the tribal chief, Roman Reigns.
But will this be Survivor Series? Do we get Paul Heyman? Look, they didn't even bring back Paul Heyman on NXT Presents ECW's Legends Night, okay? They didn't even bring back Paul, and Paul Heyman was ECW.
He absolutely was. He was the
So
blood, sweat, and everything of ECW.
Because his next presence is all about Roman.
Absolutely. You got to think if they didn't bring him back on a night that he was all about, ECW, they got to make this a big comeback for Paul Heyman.
I believe OG Bloodline picks up the victory at Survivor Series War Games, and Roman gets the Ula follow back. But I don't think the beef's over there. I think this does go on. I think this does carry to the next pay-per-view. I do think this is going to be dragged out for a little bit to give Cody a little bit more of a run, because we all know the next match that Cody and Roman have, Roman's getting a clean pin.
Absolutely. You got to think, will Roman Reigns get back the undisputed WWE Championship?
There's so many factors going on in WWE right now, but the surprise here for me, and I was shocked, and our little brother, the other bro, Jerry, was in here watching it with me, and bro, his jaw dropped too when we saw Solo hit those Samoan spikes and just cleanly pin Roman in the middle of the ring. I'm in shock and awe right now, because this is the OTC. This is the original or the only tribal chief.
The only one tribal chief.
So, in your creative mind, we do this on the old school wrestling with bros, so we're bringing it back again. From your creative standpoint, brother, where do you take this bloodline rivalry now?
I mean, you say you think it may continue after Survivor Series. Me personally, I don't foresee it going much further than Survivor Series, because it's going to be all about proving who is the stronger portion of the bloodline. And personally, there's been a lot of rumor going around that there's a potential chance of Jacob Fatu turning on Solo Sikoa. And that kind of would make sense, because if you remember correctly, Jacob Fatu was the one to win the tag team championship with Tama Tonga. And yep. Solo made him give up his championship to Tonga Loa. So that kind of right there kind of started what we feel would be a potential feud between him and Solo Sikoa. So I feel personally that after Survivor Series War Games, we're going to end up seeing, we're probably going to see a turn of Jacob Fatu in the Survivor Series War Games, costing the Bloodline 2.0 the match against the OG Bloodline. So personally, I think that Survivor Series will be the end of the Bloodline battle back and forth. But I think that after War Games, we're going to see Solo Sikoa versus Jacob Fatu in a nice long feud against each other.
That's what we want. But honestly, I know this is not WWE and we're here to talk WWE, but everyone did want to talk indies. So let's talk indies. Zilla Fatu. What his 3 belts right now, three championships. I just saw a photo of him today. 3 different companies, 3 different titles, all the way up to his waist.
Jesus.
So what could Zilla Fatu add to this bloodline story?
I mean, Zilla Fatu, other than maybe thickening the bloodline a little more, I mean, there's not a lot to add to it. He's a dominant force. Obviously, he's carrying 3 belts, but I don't know that adding him right now would really add too much more to what we're already dealing with, because we're going to have, unless you're going to build the both sides and add more members to make the War Games a little more exciting.
Right.
There's really not much to be had. I mean, it's like the other one. What's his name? The other bloodline member that's already signed with WWE.
The 7-footer?
Yeah, the 7-foot guy. What is his name?
I can't, bro, but I know exactly what you're talking about. And while Judas looks that up, Everyone has been excited for the return of Roman Reigns, the OTC. Chants around the whole wrestling universe. We want Roman. We want Roman. Now Roman's back. But now Solo is in charge. And you know, everyone hit the comment section. They've been following this bloodline. Who do they want to win? Do you acknowledge Solo or do you acknowledge Roman Reigns? That's the big question here. And it's going to come down to war games. I think Judas is right here. It's going to come down to war games. And I just think Roman is going to dominate.
Okay. 1 second. I'm looking here.
Justin put my oil.
Somebody, I can't find it. I mean, it's there. Lance Anawahi. Major star officially signs with WWE. Who's joining the roster? Could bring him back to the ties with the bloodline. Lance Anawahi signed with WWE. He was in NXT. That's not the guy I'm looking for.
Well, while Judas is looking that up, we move into a match that we thought was going to happen. That Triple H told Randy Orton that he was protecting him from. And the carnage that happened at Crown Jewel between Kevin Owens, Randy Orton.
I'm just going to move on. I can't find it.
The carnage of this fight between Kevin Owens and Randy, back and forth, and then it gets to the railing, and Kevin Owens with a elbow drop right through Randy's chest, right through that table. Is Triple H right? Does Kevin Owens have a different look in his eye? Is he dangerous right now? Was he protecting Randy's neck?
Yeah, absolutely. That was Triple H's goal, was to protect Randy. He told Randy, I don't want to do this. I don't want to put you in this match. Randy begged for the match. He said, I want this match. Kevin Owens is on a different level right now. He feels truly betrayed by his two friends, Cody and Randy. But here's the thing. How many times have we seen Kevin Owens betray friends? Multiple times. The problem here is Randy doesn't like having that feeling. He doesn't like feeling like he's being betrayed in the reverse role. But with him feeling that way, it makes his character a whole different monster to have to deal with. Because we know when Kevin Owens is pissed off, Kevin Owens is a force to be reckoned with.
Kevin Owens, but real quick before I give my input on this, we got the best referee that's ever done it, that will ever do it. Jerry Dennis in the house. What's up?
What's going on, Jerry?
A former guest on Wrestling with Bros. Such a great interview. So great working with you at the shows, Jerry. You know we love ringing that bell and seeing that classic Jerry Dennis. Let's go. So, ring
the bell.
Ring the bell. I love it.
And this man is a legend in his own, because this man refereed 8 matches at the last show. 8 matches. And one of those matches, mind you, was a 2 out of 3 falls match. So he had to count that down 3 different times.
Jerry Dennis. Jerry Dennis doing it all. And, we move into a match that I actually want to dig into, and I actually have a few opinions about. It was the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship match.
I didn't even watch it. That's how bored I was with it.
Okay, see, now this is where I wanted to dig in with the boredom. This is where I wanted to talk about. Now, Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill, we knew going in as watching this for so long, they were not losing their titles.
No, that's why I didn't watch
Now,
it.
the addition of Jakara Jackson and Lash Legend, and I just want to point out the stats about Lash Legend. 6 foot tall, 174 pounds solid. And that woman is as big as Beth Phoenix.
Excuse me. Absolutely, big baby. I'm sorry.
Thanks,
Absolutely.
guys.
Thank you, Jerry. Thank you. Absolutely. Lash Legend is an absolute monster in her own right. And if anybody can step to Jade Cargill, it's definitely Lash Legend.
Definitely.
He definitely has a very good chance of defeating Jade in any match. But unfortunately, at Crown Jewel, the match that bored me, you did not defeat Jade Cargill. The Storm is coming, and there's no chance you had in that match.
Now, here's a point I wanted to bring up, and this is in big bold letters right here in my notes. All right, why was Damage Control even in the match? I'm gonna tell you, in my opinion, as a podcaster, as someone that this is what we do, give opinions about this business. I'm so tired of Damage Control. They are so boring. They are so dull. There's nothing there anymore. When Bailey was there and, it was going down between Bailey and Damage Control, that was a good little feud. But that's where Damage Control should have been over.
You're absolutely correct because Bailey created Damage Control. But it kind of makes me think like they did this. It was kind of like a knockoff Judgment Day kind of thing because you've seen the same thing happen with the Judgment Day. They booted out Edge when Edge started the group.
Yep.
A legend started that group, and Bailey in her own right heading in that same direction. Kicked out of the group. Same thing. And then you turn around and now they've kicked out the two dominant superstars, Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest. Honestly, the Judgment Day is doing okay right at the moment, not doing too bad. I like the addition of Liv Morgan, Daddy Dom, and Finn Balor and Carlito. But we haven't really, honestly, I don't think we've really seen a whole lot of them in the past couple weeks. It's been Raquel and Liv and Dom, but as far as Finn and
it's so it's so good bringing Raquel back. I don't mean to interrupt you, Judas, but it was on one of my pointers. Raquel Rodriguez's return as Liv's bodyguard, I think, is so perfect for her role in WWE right now. Now, is she a future world champion, WWE Women's Champion? Absolutely. Is gold going to be around her waist eventually in the future? Yes. Absolutely. But as of right now, this is the perfect role for her. What do you think?
No, absolutely. She's best friends with Liv Morgan. She left being friends with Liv Morgan. And, Liv is an awesome talent. She's phenomenal. But when it comes down to the end of the day, it's more believable that Liv won because of an interference by Raquel Rodriguez as a dominant bodyguard. Liv she's not as strong as Rhea Ripley. She's just not. And Rhea is just a dominant force. And, along with Nia Jax. Nia is just a monster in her own right as well. So, Liv doing amazing as the women's world champion right now. This flipping Liv into a heel role and just absolutely bragging about being the world champion and being the best of the best and this and that. It's awesome. But it's more believable that Liv won with some help than trying to say she absolutely destroyed Nia on her own. It just is. And I love Liv. I love me some Liv. Liv Morgan, absolutely. But, the reality of it, you got to believe what the facts are in front of your face. It's got to be legit. It's got to be believable. So that's Raquel Rodriguez doing a great job as the bodyguard of Liv Morgan.
So since we have talked about Raquel and Liv Morgan, we might as well go ahead and just cover that next match, which is Nia Jax and Liv Morgan. And I got to tell you, it was boring. It was a soap opera. It wasn't. It was all about Tiffy Time's presence. Which, don't get me wrong, it's Tiffy Time over here all the time. Like it's Liv Morgan time for you all the time. Tiffy Time at the top of Big Baby Ben's list. And look, you know she's a future champion. She did great in NXT with her title run. Had a great match with Becky Lynch. We can't lie. Becky Lynch beat her, but put on a great show. What a fight it was. And now she's here about to cash in her Money in the Bank, which I want to say is a nice custom purse if you didn't pay attention. But, there's a tag team also, and they're okay, but they're dull to me, and I want to get your opinion. Chelsea Green and Piper.
Oh no! Hold on one second. Deliana, no. Come on, I really liked you up to this point.
Yeah.
And now, Big Baby, show what her comment is.
My homegirl Deliana, Tiffany is a queen. I love her. Yeah. Tiffy Time all the time. Tell them, Deliana. Tell them. Say in the comments, Judas, it's always Tiffy Time. I'll throw it on the screen right now. Tell them it's Tiffy Time.
Icky.
No. She is not Icky Vicky from Timmy Turner. Okay. That is the queen, like Deliana said. Now, another queen that needs to be talked about that has not been covered on Wrestling with Bros for a while because she's been on vacation, gone, and now injured. That's the rumored injured Charlotte Flair. She's injured again, brother. So more time out for Charlotte Flair. And by the way, shout out to Carmella with her 1-year-old baby boy's birthday today. And a shout out to her Instagram. What a great picture it was. Her holding her son.
You better not put that comment up there. First off, Deliana, my name is Judas, not Judith. Let's get this correct here. It's Judas. And Tiffy Time has not spent near enough time in WWE to be snagging any titles from anybody that's worked their ass off to get to this point. So you can love on Tiffy all you want. Love your Tiffy Time. Same as I say with Big Baby. Love your Tiffy Time. But I'm all Liv Morgan right here. And if Tiffany gets in the way of Liv Morgan, it's definitely going to be downtime for Tiffy Time.
Well, Tiffy Time's presence has been known the last couple of weeks. You have to admit she's got you thinking a couple times. Is she going to cash it in? But that moves us into a match that I was kind of disappointed in the outcome in, but I wasn't mad about it either. Seth Rollins versus Bronson Reed. They have been pushing Bronson Reed as his dominant force. Look at his matches with Braun Strowman on Monday Night Raw the last couple of weeks. Look at all the destruction that this man has caused. And then Seth comes back and just defeats Bronson Reed. Okay, I understand. Seth wins. So where does Seth go from here?
The feud's not over. I mean, the feud is not over. Hold on for that one second. I'm going to answer your comment here in a second, Stacy.
I have her autograph.
No, Seth Rollins. That victory I seen coming. Seth was not. He's not ready to. He's not ready to take a loss to somebody that's still down on the pole a little bit, like Bronson Reed. But here's the thing: is that Seth told him, anytime, I'll make you famous again, big boy. I'll make you famous again. I honestly, I do foresee with Seth taking this victory, I see their next confrontation, Bronson Reed picking up the victory. Bronson Reed is just a monster, especially knowing that it's still going to happen. It's still going to happen because Bronson Reed delivered a tsunami on Seth Rollins on Monday Night Raw on the announce table. So, and he costed Seth Rollins an opportunity at the world title. So, we're going to see it. It's just a matter of time before it happens. So now back to these comments here. Stacey McCormick, once Heather Reckless gets there, she's going to take out all them girls. Yeah, Heather Reckless is a force to be reckoned with, a little spitfire, if you will. And, you know, honestly, Heather Reckless versus Liv Morgan, would love to see it. That match, absolutely would love to see it.
I have a Heather Reckless's autograph, so I'm holding on to that.
I got a Maggie Lee one, so.
I got the Heather Reckless. It's put up.
And then Deliana, thank you. Thank you. I love Liv Morgan. Absolutely. Absolutely love Liv Morgan. You know, watch me. Yes, we will watch you, Liv. And then Deliana saying, I'm sorry, Big Baby Band, but I'm going. Apparently, your name is Band now instead of Ben.
Big Baby Band.
Big Baby Band. But I'm going with you just because he says Liv Morgan, so I go Liv Morgan and Dom Dom. Oh, she turned on you.
Deliana, what happened? What happened? We were just talking about how Tiffy time is the best.
Jerry now, is saying to see that match also. Absolutely, Jerry.
Dirty Dom is just a Temu version of everything that we don't want.
Absolutely, Stacy. Maggie Lee is another one who's going to make it there. You're absolutely correct, Stacy.
I'm not even going to cap, though. Let's be serious about Dirty Dom real quick before I break down Maggie Lee, which is one of the best wrestlers out here on the indie circuit right now. No doubt, Stacey, no doubt. But Dirty Dom, Judas, has he been impressive for you yet or not?
Yeah, honestly, yeah. I actually am starting to kind of dig Dirty Dom because he's just proving himself now. He's proven that he can step out of the shadow of his father. And, you know, he's not being cheered by the fans, but, man, the heel heat that dude gets every time he tries to talk, absolutely just phenomenal. He has proven himself to be one of the best heels in the business when it comes to the Judgment Day. And him teaming up with Liv Morgan just made it so much better.
Absolutely, absolutely. And, you know, going on to the next match, and it was one of, I think, the dullest matches on the card. Andrade, Carmelo Hayes, and LA Knight. We all knew going into that match, LA Knight was picking up a victory. We all knew it. We all knew that he wasn't dropping the U.S. title yet.
Thank you, Deliana.
Are you talking again?
She says you suck, man, Big Baby Man.
Hey.
And Deliana said, no, I love a Dirty Dom.
Dirty Dom's just copying off his Uncle Eddie right now.
And it's working. All right. So, you know, she hates Rhea Ripley. Now,
I can't say that. I can't say that.
Either.
I can't.
I like Rhea. I like my brutality. She's a dominant force.
So,
you know,
that triple.
Okay, here's how we'll do this. We'll put it like this, Deliana. You love you some Tiffy. I love me some Rhea. We'll have our separate favorites, but we meet in the middle when it comes to Liv and Dom Dom.
But that triple threat match just was a snoozer for me. It was a snooze, and it has so much potential because you got Andrade, you got Carmelo Hayes, and you got LA Knight, three big stars.
Here's the problem with this, Big Baby. Here's the problem: is the United States title. Every time somebody new gets it, it gets buried, and all this other stuff going on around it, the OG Bloodline, the Bloodline 2.0 storyline, Cody Rhodes storyline. The title is getting buried because it's being overshadowed by all these other things. They're not giving enough screen time for the United States title. I didn't see LA Knight for weeks. And out of nowhere, we got this match between him and Andrade and Carmelo Hayes. Just out of nowhere. I mean, it's been broiling. It's been boiling up. It's been building up. But it's being overshadowed by all this other stuff. And they're not giving him enough time. And that's why it was so boring to the majority of fans out there.
Well, I'm one of them. And now we move into that final match of the card that I know you've been itching and digging, because I'm a Cody crybaby and I'm a ring general baby too. So you knew this match was up in the air for me, and everyone that knows WWE, Cody crybaby, Cody Rhodes versus Gunther. And to me, this was hard hitting. It was technical. It was a wrestling match. It was a fight. It was who can hit the hardest, and Cody stood his ground here against Gunther. I mean, so impressive. I'm a Gunther guy. I love me some Gunther.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct, big baby. Gunther really tried. He Cody really, really dug in, and I'll answer that comment in just a second. Cody really tried and proved himself in this match because he had Gunther sweating. And at the end of the match, Gunther shook his hand.
Respect.
Shook his hand. He acknowledged that he respected Cody, and Cody proved himself in that match at Crown Jewel. So Cody, me personally, I believe Cody deserved this. Cody needed this. Cody is in the peak of his career. This was his chance to gain another mile marker in his career of proving he could do something. Gunther has years to come. He has plenty of time to get a Crown Jewel championship. So Cody deserved it. Gunther did deserve it. He worked his ass off to get to that point. But personally, between the two of them, Cody needed it more right now, just because he is in the peak of his career, and within the next handful of years, he'll probably be retiring. So Deliana says, "Do you really don't care about Dirty Dom?" So she's talking about Rhea, saying Rhea doesn't really care about Dirty Dom. She cared about the Judgment Day. She cared about Damian Priest. She didn't care about our Dom. No, Rhea. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. She really wasn't showing as much attention to Dirty Dom.
In my opinion, Cody winning that title, and this is a fact that I made sure I looked up and followed and researched. No one in his family has won a major title on foreign ground. Cody Rhodes, the first out of Dusty and Dustin to win a title on foreign ground. So that was special. That was a big moment.
Correct.
But
that was a mile marker for his family.
Mile marker. So that's happened now. Okay. The story. He beats Gunther. What's next for Cody? What's next for Gunther?
There's a lot of options out there, big baby. I mean,
is The Rock next for Cody?
No, I think it's a little too soon for that. I don't think that The Rock is next. I think that somebody else is going to step up and they'll have a short feud. Not sure who currently at the moment, because honestly, there's not been a lot of major top heel talent that could step up to Cody right now, that has built up that option right now. A lot of people are tied up. Now, do we just take somebody like Andrade or Carmelo Hayes and kind of throw them in there for a little bit and let Cody win and then kind of move on to his bigger feud? I mean, that's a possibility. But I couldn't tell you right at this point without watching a few more shows, and Friday night is on tonight and we completely freaking missed it. Anything could be possible, big baby. I honestly couldn't tell you at this point what's going to happen.
Well, it's come to that time of the show, and it's been really awesome talking about Crown Jewel. Oh yeah, before we tune out, let's give this a rating. My out of 5 stars, I'm going 2.8.
I mean, I'm at least giving Crown Jewel 3.5 stars. The Superstars really busted their ass, and they really pushed for a good show. To me, though, I mean, Crown Jewel, I think it was a little fast put together. A lot of the storylines just build up way too quickly to make them believable, but at the same time, the Superstars really busted their ass. To hold a good show over in Saudi Arabia, and so that'd be personally 3.5 stars. But WWE, come on, build these storylines, give us something a little different. Stop shoving the same stuff down our throats week to week.
Well, you've heard it from Wrestling Bros. We just broke it down. Tell all y'all about Crown Jewel. But this is Big Baby Ben.
This is Judas Black, guys. We really appreciate you, fans, and we look forward to coming back episode after episode. And we will also let you know coming up November 11th, we have Hugh Mack, the Aztec Monster, and November 15th,